Right, is this recording? Oh god, here we go. Hello everyone, hi, how you doing? My name is Lou, or Lucifer as some of my friends call me. By my friends I mean Instagram. I'm starting a thing now, so I should probably explain a little bit about myself for the intents and purposes of this video. I am an entertainer, I work as an entertainer, I am leg off, as you can see. I am a scare actor. I've been scare acting for, I'm gonna say 8 years. 8 years. Yeah, let's go with 8 years as a professional scare actor, 9 years as not professional, I think. Just because I got paid for the 8 years and I didn't get paid for the 9 years, it's a thing. I've been scare acting for quite a while now, and I had a blip last year. Yeah, I had a massive blip, to the point where I didn't think I would ever be able to do any of this again. So that's why we're here. So last year I changed venue, I changed where I was working, and because of that everything kind of changed with that. So the schedules of what we'd be doing, how long we'd be doing it for, the quality of it, which was amazing, but we'll get to that later. And I went in thinking, yeah, I can do this, fine, no problem. A week in, I realised I couldn't do it. My knees went. I was a creature kind of scarer, so it meant crouching down on your knees a lot, and because of that my knees actually popped and they gave in, and for the rest of the season I was in a lot of pain. Towards the end of it I had a night where for the last 3 hours I couldn't remember what I was doing, any of it, which is great. So I had to have the day off, and I went to my doctor and he said, you know, if you're having these blips now, you probably won't be able to do this in the future. Great, good, awesome. So that was mainly to do with my mental health. Like, it was a case of I just wore myself down completely. I didn't look after myself properly. It was a mess. It was a massive mess. Now, this wasn't an issue from any of the show captain's point of view, manager's point of view. It was all me. And then Scarefest finished. We move into this year. You know where I'm going with this. A pandemic kind of broke out across the world, stopping all our lives and preventing me from going back to doing what I loved. And I had to find an alternative job. Now, luckily, the place I work at, the people I work with, they set me up with a hospital job. Now, that was amazing. Like, I couldn't have got more support from a place of work. I went to work in the hospital as a cleaner, as a domestics. Now, that's all well and good, but this was in the middle of a pandemic. I saw things, we won't get into that. But the point is, because I wasn't used to how quick everything was, the high demand, my knees went again. And I went out for a walk. Towards the end of it, my knee popped out of place and my hip popped as well. So my partner, bless his soul, had to drag me back home. And I quickly realised that if I didn't change my tune, if I didn't look after my health physically and mentally, the thing I loved doing, I wouldn't ever be able to do it again. I'd maybe be able to do, what, 1 season, 2 seasons at best, and then that would be it. I wouldn't be able to do it. So I guess this is why we're here. From March, I have decided that every other day I would work out. I've changed my eating habits. I've done a lot more mindful activities for myself, obviously with the whole corona thing going around. It's been, I don't know what that was, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's been a bit of a mare. So fortunately, the time I've had at home, I've been able to concentrate on myself. So I've had this little experiment in mind, okay? So hear me out. The main problem with scare acting is, and I find this a lot, because you're so used to doing one kind of job before you go into scare acting, suddenly it's this massive attack on the system, like your body is freaking out, it's not used to doing this strenuous exercise and activity constantly. I don't know what it's like for any other scare event, but for the one I'm working at the moment, it starts at 11:30 till 8:30, last admittance is 8:30. Now, obviously we get breaks in between that, but you're putting your body through this cycle, this really aggressive cycle of scaring, reset, scaring, reset, scaring, reset. It's only 30 seconds that you're with a group anyway, but 30 seconds every 90 seconds, that's your time to reset. That's your time to get back into character. If you need a drink of water, get that, get back into place, and then do it all over again. So we're not used to that unless you do that as a full-time job all the time. Particularly for new scare actors as well, it's a massive shock to the system. So wherever I've been, I have seen it. New scare actors, their systems aren't used to it like veterans are at the best of times, so they drop like flies. And you must admit, for us vets, towards the end of it, it gets really hard. It's wearing your body down, it's wearing your mind down. So I thought, what if I do an experiment? What if I try and push my body more, work on my mental health, and then see what happens throughout this scare season? I'm incredibly fortunate because I get to work over the Halloween period. Touch wood. I touched the light. Touch wood. I feel awful for everyone who can't scare at the moment. I know this is one of the best times of the year for a lot of my actor brother and sisters. It's awful what's going on. I'm not going to get into the politics of it because, as we all know, it's stupid and ridiculous, and particularly in this time as well, I think it might be quite an interesting process to go through. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I don't know. I joke. I'm going to film every other day through this scare season. I'm going to film my food making process. I'm going to film my mental health awareness process. I'm going to film my physical process, document it all, and then see if I'm in a way better place than I was last year, and see if it's basically if it makes me more durable, if it helped with my stamina anymore. I'm also hoping that what I record, because I've been doing this for quite a long time, I can help with up-and-coming actors who would like to get into this, give you a fix if you haven't been able to do a scare event this year. I hope this might help. You might see a couple of things that remind you of past scares, and I think it would be good. I think it would be really good, and I'm super excited to get started on this. So, where did I begin? I started last March, so I'm going to put a picture up now. So as you can see from the picture, I am a lot bigger than I am now. My waistline here, you can't really see it because of the bed colour. I like blending in. My waist, I started at 40 inches and now I'm at 33 the last time I checked. That was a very recent check. My arms have started getting a lot slimmer as well. I have still got bingo wings, and realistically I know that if I lose any more weight on my arms, I'm just going to get loose skin. So what I've been researching into weight training as well. So I've started doing that. I've got more definition in my legs. My butt is looking fantastic, just thought I'd let you know. My neck is the worst. My neck is, I don't know if you can see it, I look like Brock Lesnar as a baby, probably. I wanted to get thin to like look really cute and feminine in photos, but I've just got this massive wrestler's neck. I don't know what's going on there, but we'll work with it. Pretty much every other day, what I've been doing, I have been doing 20 minutes worth of weight training with a kettlebell. That's 8 kilograms. When I first started, I could barely lift it. I had no strength in my upper arms. It was all in my legs. Now it's a lot better. I can do a lot more exercises with it. If I can get a good angle in the kitchen, I might try and show you, but I don't know if I can. Also, my kitchen's a mess, so I don't know if you really need to have those nightmares. Also, if my parents are watching this, you don't need to see that. You don't need to see the way I live. But then I also do aerobics as well. So originally I just did HIIT, which is high intensity interval training, I believe, don't quote me on it. So it basically means that you work really hard for, what was the timer? 45 seconds, and then you have a 10-second break in between. So it's doing that really high intense stuff, then having a tiny break and doing that repeatedly. Now that was all fine. It helped me to lose weight, it did. The problem, I found that I was getting bored, and a lot of videos I've watched have actually said the exercise that's going to help you is the exercise that you enjoy, but they were too short. And also because of my knees, I couldn't really do some of the moves. So then I went on to aerobics. Now, I think there's a stigma about aerobics that it's very, it's just got a stigma about it, but I'm not too sure. So I was like, oh yeah, this will be easy. No. Let me tell you something. Aerobics, yoga, people think they're easy. They're not easy, but they are amazing. So I do 45 minutes worth of aerobics. I'm actually going to do some more aerobics now after this video, which is why I'm not completely gothed up. I'm sorry, this is practicality here, people. I'm going to do 45 minutes worth of aerobics after this. Now, I can hear people saying it already. Once you get into the Halloween season, you're not going to have time. You're probably not going to want to do it. And this is what this vlog is going to be about. You're going to see the ups, you're going to see the downs, you're going to see the flops, and, you know, the highs and the lows. And I think that's what I want to show and normalise, that it's okay to mess up. I've recently been watching another lady, I think her name is Jordan Shrinks. I'll put that down in the description as well. And she lost a lot of weight in a year. And one of her tips was, if you mess up, so if you go out and you have, I don't know, a bit of a cheap meal, that's okay, you haven't fluffed up. But don't fluff up the rest of your day. So don't think, oh, because I've eaten this massive meal, I can go out and have like a KFC later, or I can have a massive bar of chocolate later. You know what I mean? Because then all that progress you've made, you're probably going to lose it. So it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes, but try and stay on track. So this is what that's going to be about. It's going to be the highs, the lows, me trying to fit in a potential weight training schedule after I finish. I probably won't be able to do the aerobics when it's the full days because it will kill me off and I will probably die. And the next time you see me will probably be in my grave. That's basically what this is all about. I'm going to see how my body transforms as well over this month. So I'm on a good schedule now. I've done my weight training for the day and I'm going to do my aerobics training. Congratulations, huzzah, it's day 1 of the month. Let's see. I hope this helps you guys. I hope this gives you a good insight into what can hopefully be a healthy way of doing the scare season, showing bulk prep with bulk meals, doing awareness exercises, mental health exercises as well. Scare acting isn't easy. I would argue that it is one of the hardest forms of performing there is. One of. I'm not saying it's the, I'm saying it's one of. Mainly because you're in different conditions, different weather conditions, different conditions in your room, so it might be really it might be really claustrophobic, it might be really open, so you have to do more work. It could be raining, it could be boiling, you could be in a really heavy suit, you could be in practically nothing, depending on what you get up to during your Halloween season. I don't know, I'm not here to judge. But what I'm trying to say is your body has got to compete with all those conditions, the demand, so constantly resetting, giving everyone the same quality scare, and you've got to do that for an X amount of dates depending on which scare event you go to. Some are very, very different. We have I believe it's a 17-day straight run after a couple of weekends. That's ours, but others might be completely different. If you're new to scare acting and that scares you, it's just one scare event. Different scare events are different. I implore you to do your research and look around. My point is, scare acting isn't easy, and I'm really hoping that this video proves to not just me, but to you guys, to scare actors, to anyone, to any enthusiasts who just want, just want to have a look in on what we get up to, because this is what we look like behind the makeup. I'm aware I'm wearing makeup. Just an insight into what we get up to. I want to be healthy, I want to transform, and I want you guys to be on that journey with me. I want you to be on that mental awareness journey with me, and if this gives you any hints and tips, that's great. I'm happy I could help. This is going to be split up into 4 or 5 sections, so each section is going to deal with a different aspect. I want to cover mental health, I want to cover how you should look after yourself physically, so that includes what you should be taking with you to your work, how to keep your voice warm, how to keep your body warm, and how to try and not get ill. It's inevitable, it's probably going to happen, and I'm sorry if it does, but we're going to see how long we can go without being ill. We'll see what happens. I'm not being sponsored by anyone or anything in this video, so anything I purchase is off my own back. Anyone I give a shout out to, I haven't asked to give a shout out to specifically, I just think that they could help you. I'm also sorry for my voice. It's not usually this bad. I've had 2 days off. I'm back in work tomorrow, so I don't know why it's so croaky. But yeah, we're gonna just basically cover all the aspects of it. If there's anything you want me to cover specifically after this whole vlog is done, because I want to ideally upload this all together as a mini series, please let me know in the comments, and then I will do a new video, because this is the launch of my YouTube channel. How exciting. I've been wanting to do it for a long time, but I thought, spooky season, and there couldn't be a better time to do it. So this is what's going to happen, guys. I hope you stick with me. I hope we learn something together. I hope we beat this pandemic over the Halloween period. Again, I'm sorry to anyone who's not scaring this year. I know that it's hard. I took a year out and it really crippled me. So if you know anyone who is a scare actor, who's not doing anything this year, please check in on them, see how they're doing. It's really hard, guys. When you've been doing this for as long as I have, vets have, it really messes up your year. This is meant to be the one time where all that built up frustration and anger can just come out in a character, in a fun character. And some people aren't getting that this year, so please be mindful of them. Offer them comfort and love, positive vibes to everybody. Look after yourselves, guys. I hope you've had a good day. If you haven't, that's fine. It's a new start to a new day tomorrow, okay? And I have been Lucifer. Let's get this baby started, shall we?